Namaskar. Today I'd like to discuss about how to write a research paper. So I welcome you all on this video series lecture. Myself Dr. Pawan Kumar Rakesh. I am faculty in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Uttarakhand. So today I would like to discuss how to write a research paper. So in this, first of all, I would like to discuss what are the content of the paper. So content, main thing, all of you know, that is the main thing is the title, then abstract, keyword, then introduction section, materials and method section, then results and discussions, conclusions, references, acknowledgements, and funding. So whenever we are writing a paper, what we do, just we start from the title, then write the abstract, then keywords, then introduction sections, then the materials and methods, then the results, discussions. Like this way we are following the steps. So better option to write a paper is first you make a table and figure. Whatever you have the table's content, you try to complete the table and the title of the table first. Then you try to make the figures. Suppose we want to show some figures of this materials, methods, some results. So you try to compile all the figure first. Then you should start the next section. So first we need to draw the table and figure. So table and figure means we are talking about first you need to gather the information of all the result sections. So next step is the materials and method. Once you gather the all informations, you prepare your table and figure. Then you start writing the materials and methods. So in the materials and method, we are generally talking about, I am giving the example of my papers. Here I am talking about in the materials and methods, you are talking about what are the raw materials you are going to use and which machines you are going to use, what are the testing facility you are going to implement. You should write in details in the materials and method sections. Then next sections we are talking about the results and discussions. Now you have compiled the table and figure, then you have noted down the materials and method. Now you are talking about the results. Whatever the experimental results or simulation results is there, then you compile, you note down, all the experimental results and you discuss why this happened, what is the reason behind this. You should describe the details and you try to validate your results. Whatever whatever researchers has already published. So once you validate your results, then your results will be very authentic. So validation of result in your paper is very important. You should always refer your papers or others papers that is already working or that is already published. So validation of results in the result and discussion section is very important. Then you note down the conclusion sections. After this result and discussion, you note down the conclusions. It is better to make your conclusion in point wise. So you can sometimes you can note down in a paragraph. You can note down the paragraph, or you can make it on a point wise. So in the conclusion sections, you need to write only results. Whatever you have achieved, you can note down in a point wise. Then talking about the introduction. In this introduction section, basically we need to focus about the first, what is the materials, what is the application of this, how the publisher, how all the researchers have been already published, what are the methods they choose, what are the methods they attempted, Don't try to copy the this uh, published materials, right? So better way is to write your paper in your own language. So in this introduction sections, you need to cover first what is the requirement of this work, what is the application of this work, and how you are going to cover, how you are going to introduce, you can say that introduce in your papers. So you have to make some steps in three. You have to make three steps in the introduction section. First, what is the requirement? Let's introduce. What is the applications, and how you can, how your work is different from the others. You can just note down in the introduction sections. So in this way, you will be able to complete the introduction part. And the last, we are talking about the abstract. After that, you write down the abstract. In the abstract also, you need to write three sections. First, you need to introduce. Then second, you have to note down the procedure, what procedure you have followed. And third, you need to mention some small amount of experimental result or simulation result you have to mention in the abstract sections. So like this way, you have to cover three sections, three part in abstract in a single sentence only. You can note down abstract should not be more than the 250 words. So you try to find out two sentences of this introduction, then two sentence about whatever the procedure you have followed, and what is your basically the results. So three, you need to write down the three sentences in the abstract within a one paragraph. Within a one paragraph, you need to write three different sections. After writing this abstract, you need to write the note down the keyword. So keyword should be in such a way so that whenever some author or researcher is going to search on the internet, that will match your paper, that will match your keyword, so that keyword will match your paper, your manuscript. So in this manuscript, we are talking about whatever your table title is there, whatever your introduction is there, whatever your results is there. Based upon this, you can note down the, you can write down the 3-4 keywords. So keywords is very important nowadays. Some papers are asking about the 6 keywords. This is used for searching your manuscript. Then title, and last one. Now you have studied, you have thoroughly read your paper. So now you are enough idea how to write a title. So title of the paper is very important, and generally editor generally focused on this title and abstract and conclusion. So three sections you need to write in a better way so that your paper would be published in a good journals, high impact factor journals, or sometimes we can read SCI journals. So then we note down the, you note down the references. So in the references, you can use the Mendeley for referencing purpose. Mendeley is very good software that is freely available. You can download it and you can use the Mendeley for referencing. Then next is the acknowledgement. If you want to acknowledge somewhere some funding agency, you can note down any institute you have taken support from, any other institute you can mention. So like this way you can acknowledge the people, acknowledge the institutes in your manuscript. And last one, talking about the funding. If your project is sponsored somewhere, then you can mention your funding in this. Manuscript. So this is the serial you have to follow. So first you start the table and figure, then note down the materials and method, then results and discussion sections, then conclusion, then introductions, then abstract, then keyword, then title, then references, then acknowledgements and funding. Like this way you have to follow the steps. So I'm giving the example of this one of the paper I published in this materials and design. So in this you can see impact factor is 6.289. So materials and design publishes original research reports, review articles and express communications covering the studies of structure and properties of inorganic and organic materials, advances in synthesis, processing, characterization and testing, design of materials and engineering systems and applications. So whenever you are going to submit your paper, so selection of the journals is very important. So in the next video, I will discuss how to select, how to match your paper with the journals. In the journals, you can see that is that more than 24,000 journals are available in the engineering, and now you have to search which journals is suitable for your paper. So in the next video, I am discussing about this. I will discuss about this how to search the journals, relevant journals. So in this you can see here there is a tabs is there. So main thing is the abstract and indexing. You have to focus on the start abstracting and indexing. So in this science citation index expanded is very important. Science SCI journals is very important. Now some of this that is talking about is the Web of Science or Material Science Citation Index. Like this way you have to check either Scopus is there. Some of the universities talking about the only Scopus and SCI index paper. Like this way you have to choose the journals. So I'm talking about this materials and design, one paper I have published, and I would like to focus you. I would like to show you papers. So in this you can see title is this failure prediction in glass fiber reinforced plastic laminates with drilled holes under the uniaxial loading. So now in this you can see the abstract, how we can write this abstract. In this we are talking about the one sentence we have mentioned the information about this introductions, that is drilling into damage in fiber reinforced plastic laminates result in the high rate of parts rejection and also affect the in-service performance of the composite products with the drilled holes. Then in the second sentence you can see the present research endeavor is an attempt to develop a generic finite element model in order to investigate to failure of unidirectional glass fiber reinforced plastic GUD GFRP composite laminate with the drilled hole under uniaxial tensile testing. This is the second section, and third section we are talking about the results. So the results have been compared with the experimental work done earlier and are found to be in good agreement. So like this way we have prepared the abstract in the three different sections in a single sentences. Only 3-4 sentences are there. You need to note down what is the introduction, what you have done in your paper, and third how the results. So this is the abstract. Then the keywords, in this keywords we can select from this titles also. So in this keywords we can select, that is the, suppose if you want to write the keyword then keywords, then we can note down that is the glass fiber reinforced plastic, one keyword. You can note down the drilled hole, another keyword. We have to do the drilling process, you can note on the laminates. Then we can use the finite element, then you can use it the finite element model, then the tensile testing. Like this way you can choose the keywords. So keywords is very important for this paper. Now I'm talking about the introduction sections. I already discussed in this introduction we have to mention in the three part also. You have to make it first the introductions, then we have started the what we have done in the part and how we consider this work for the present in the present manuscript. So you can see here after these two parts we have mentioned here, and you can see in the third part in the present research endeavor a generic finite element model has been developed for investigation the residual tensile strength of composite laminates with a drilled hole subjected to dynamic loading condition, and the progressive failure approach is implemented within AWACS standard V6.8 finite element platform. the finite element results have been weighted with the experimental findings. So like this way you have to make your story in the introduction sections. First you need to start the introduction, then what is the work I have already published, researchers has been had completed, had done. You can see from here this part up to this part, this is the introduction. Then from here we have started this about the researchers, what work has been already done, and the last one, what is the our focus about this work. So like this way you have to make three parts in the introduction sections. So now before writing this paper I suggest please select whatever figures and table you have to incorporate in your paper. So you can see here the figures should be very clear, image should be very clear. You can see in this paper I have drawn this in the FEM analysis. Like this way you can see figures should be clear, you have to represent, and you can highlight with the help of arrow. Like this way you can highlight this boundary conditions, you can this matrix damage plot, different plot, stress versus this total length. Like this way you have to incorporate the figure, you have to draw the figure first, then you can make this experimental results, then you can see the damage failure plot here, whatever we have achieved in the experimental you can see here in the FEM also. Like this way in the step analysis you can see step failure is started in the UD case, fiber is in the unidirectional, so fiber failure is start from the whole boundary wall. So this is in the drill hole wall. You can see same in the experimental, that is the work done by this Oggins et al. Then you can see in the second steps how this elongated due to this hole. So similarly in the experimental results, similarly this in the step third, that is the comparison between this shear damage pattern, you can see how this elongated match with this experimental results. Like this way in the experimental findings, like this way you have to match it. Then in the total failure, this is the matrix tension failure, this is the matrix damage plot, here is the real failed specimen under the tensile loading. So in this you can see how this last damage after this complete failure happens. So you can see here this weaker damage are correlating with the numerical results and the experimental results. So like this way you have to first prepare what are the figures and tables you want to include in your manuscript. Now I'm talking about this. After this, now you have to start from this metals and methods. What are the metals and methods? I have started this finite element analysis first. Then what about this finite element analysis? What are the standard you have used? So in this case, we have what we have considered. We have considered the drilling induced damage. So we have considered suppose we have taken here the drill hole die of 4 mm. Then we consider the damage of 2 mm. So we consider here the 6 mm hole. In this, then now you have to talking about this geometrical modeling. You can see geometrical modeling, how start, what are the failure criteria I have used here, then the boundary condition, then the failure criteria we have to mention, then boundary condition used in the finite element models, then this FEM, a finite element discretized models of this UDGFRP laminates with a drilled hole, then the boundary condition at this constant edge, one edge, then this plot, matrix damage plot, then the stress plot, then this numerical result. You have to incorporate this value, elastic properties of this UDGFRP laminate, whatever you have achieved in the experimental results, you can input in the FEM analysis in the software also, and you can compare your result. So like this way you can see the prediction result of this experimental and the prediction results. Then you can see these parameters, the residual stresses of this UDGFRP laminates. You have to search it on the internet if it is not, or you can test it by the UTM machines, ultimate tensile strength machines, universal testing machines. In the UTM machines, universal testing machines, you can find out the strength and you can try to incorporate those value in the software. So like this way, this is the 8, that is the matrix tension damage pattern, like this way in the control plot, and the failed UDGFR laminate under the uniaxial tensile loading. Then the comparison between this shear damage pattern, damage shear, control plot, and experimental findings. So like this way, now we are talking about the discussion section. In this discussion section, so you have to incorporate the results of others. So I am just going through this discussion section how I can validate my results. You can see here the drilling induced damage affects the in-service performance of the composite products with drilled holes. In the present investigation, the residual tensile behavior of the GFRP composite laminates has been modeled using the standard AFIS platform. The failure mechanism has been observed and correlated with the experimental findings. The authors have done initial experimental work in the field of drilling of GFRP composite laminates and have correlated the drilling parameters with the residual tensile strength of composite laminates. In the present investigation, the experimental findings have been substantiated with the numerical results. The numerical results have also been validated with the experimental findings of Huggins et al. So it is clear from the investigation that the failure of the laminate starts around the hole and polymer matrix fail initially with a cracking sound followed by fiber and matrix debonding. Thereafter, with the increasing time step, the progressive shear damage takes place around the drilled holes. So in this, whatever result I have achieved during this experimental this analysis and this FEM analysis, I have also built the results with this diagram. You can see with this steps, I have built the experimental result and the numerical simulation results. So like this way, you have to discuss your result and validate your result by the other researchers. So now I'm talking about this conclusion section. In this conclusion section, generally we have to be talking about the results. So here you can see, so I'm just going to this read these sentences. A finite element model has been developed to investigate the residual tensile behavior of UDGFRP composite laminates with drilled holes. The UDGFRP laminates with drilled holes fails by matrix cracking and by shear failure around the drill hole when a unit axial tensile load is applied. The failure of the fiber takes place subsequent to the failure of the matrix and damage propagates along the fiber matrix interface. So the qualitative and quantitative results of the experimental work and the finite element model have been compared, and these suggest a good agreement. The finite element model developed hereby can be used further to correlate the extent of drilling induced damage with the residual tensile strength of laminated composite materials. The damage zone model applicable in the present investigation can be modeled as an exact duplicate of the actual damage area and mechanical behavior, tensile, compressive, fatigue, and bending of FRP with the drilled hole can be investigated. In the other paper, I have already find out the different mechanical properties. The understanding of this mechanical behavior of FRP laminates with drilled holes is going to be very important for designers of composite products. Knowledge about the effect of drilling induced damage on the mechanical behavior of FRP laminates with drilled holes with the help will help the designers to develop specific guidelines in order to design composite products. So in this we are talking about the applications. What is the application? What I have conducted research in this paper, in this manuscript. What is the future scope? Because what is the this application of this paper? You have to mention in the conclusion section. So like this way you have to prepare a paper, and for this referencing you can use this Mendeley software, so that depending upon the different types of referencing styles already they were in the Microsoft Word, so you can choose it the referencing style in the Mendeley. So some journals is asking about the different styles, some journal is asking about the different styles, so you have to choose the different this depending upon the journal website. I have already shown you. Depending upon the site, there is a submission guidelines guide for authors, so you have to choose the guide for others. You have to read carefully the instructions, and you try to put your references accordingly. So this is the references, and whatever if you have any conclusions, you have any acknowledgement and funding, you can note down. So like this way, this is the method to write a good research paper and publish in a good journal. So in a very good journal research paper, if you want to publish, then you have to focus your work very carefully. You conducting of research is very important, then writing of paper is also very important, and publishing in a good journal is also very important. So all the steps are very important, and you have to do very carefully. So like this way you can publish your paper in a good journals. So in the next video I'll show you how to search your paper, whatever you have mentioned in the intersection sections and this abstract. Based upon this title and abstract, you can search, you can find out your suitable journal, then you can submit your paper in those journals, then it will be accepted. So like this way you have to choose the paper. So this is the I have already discussed in another video how to use this Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, then how you can draw this figure and table. So you have, please go through this and you can try to write your good paper. So for this grammatical mistake, you can also use the Grammarly, that is freely available software. So you can install your Grammarly. You can check, sometimes there is very silly mistake in the paper is not accepted by the editor. So you can review your paper, that is options also available on the Microsoft Word, so you can use it. So with this I would like to thank you for listening this video. Thank you all.